Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Frozen Valley Acres. Today, have we ever got a lot to do? We got to start seeding, and I think we might even do a bit of spraying today. We'll see. We'll see about the spraying. But we've got lots to do today, so you're going to have to come along with me. Now, the reason I'm sounding a little rushed here is we have a truck coming really soon to come and pick up that truck we did yesterday. We got a buyer already. You can hear him coming into the yard. Actually, he's got a nice 7.3, he said. So yeah, I figured I would make a real quick intro while he gets here. Yep, there he comes. What do you guys think of that truck? I'm looking at a truck like that on Kijiji, and I'm not quite sure. I'm a little bit into it, but who knows? But I told him just to come in here, turn around, and we'd get him loaded up. So yeah, does he want to come visit here? Oh no, he's going to get turned around. Well, I'm going to start this truck here, get it warmed up, and then we can get to seeding. Okay, so that thing's getting going. That guy will get turned around out there, and he'll park up here, and let's get him loaded up. Okay, so that semi's warming up, and this guy got himself turned around. So, we should go warm up or get that truck loaded on here for him, and get him on his way so we can get to work. Now I'm going to be sad to see this truck go. It's a beautiful looking truck. We got her looking nice in just a matter of a couple weeks, and I've only had it for a couple weeks here. But I didn't buy it with the plan of keeping it. I knew it was going to move on pretty quick. So let's not get all soppy over a truck we've barely seen. But let's get it on the trailer for him and get him on his way. Okay, so she's all loaded up and she's looking pretty up on the trailer there. But we'll see him on his way, and then we'll get in the semi, and we'll drive just a couple miles away to where that seed drill is, and we'll get that thing ready to go, and then we're gonna start seeding here right away. Okay, so there he goes. He's heading out there, and hopefully he enjoys his purchase. But yeah, we might catch up with that truck sometime in the future. I kind of doubt it, but hopefully he enjoys it. Now let's get going. Okay, so our buddy in this 7.3 just got out of here, and so I think we can go out, and we're ready to go get out to the seeder, get him loaded up, and we can get him going. Now, I was looking at that 7.3, and I told you guys in the last episode, I'm going to be looking at getting a Ford, and I did say it would be an after-harvest purchase. I was thinking then about a new Ford, but I was having to think this morning just looking at that truck coming through. I'm going to look while I'm driving the seeder once I can get her, into the GPS. I'm going to look at on Kijiji, see if I can find a nice 7.3. And if I can, I think I might have a look at one this evening or tomorrow or whenever. But that's in the works. I told you we're having a Ford in the works here because this yard needs a bit of Ford. So I think, okay, here's my reasoning behind wanting to get a third truck. I have the nice 40-foot flat deck behind the nice Dodge. Now that's a good hauling truck for hauling equipment around, which we have to do quite often. But I think I want to get a sprayer tender gooseneck for behind that 7.3 if I pick one up. And that way we haven't got such a nice truck hauling down gravel all the time, Well, so we'll see. We probably can't find anything, but we'll see what we can find. But either way, let's get out to the field and get that tractor loaded right up, eh? Okay, so we're up by the seeder now. I guess we should go hop in there. Yeah, we'll go and walk over there, get it warm up, and start putting seed in the air cart here. And then we can start with our headlands, get going. It's been a while since I ran a seeder, so we'll see how this goes for us. But we'll also see how this drill works. I did get everything fixed up on here before we got her ready to go. So let's start getting her filled up. Okay, she's starting to get a little bit warm now, so let's see which hydraulic it is to put that thing out. Not that one. Oh, I'm seeing something move back there. Let's hop out there and see if we've got something moving. Okay, so I just stepped outside, and it turns out all of my hydraulics weren't in there properly, but now if I do this hydraulic, yeah, look at her go down there now. Okay, so let's, I think I'll have to run up top, but I think that's a seed one. So we'll start filling up seed first, I've got 3 hoppers on that B train full of seed. Oh, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, last night I filled the truck up. 3 hoppers of seed, one of them has FERT in there, so we should be good to go all day, I think. Or quite a part of the day without having to run home for another load. But let's start getting some seed in here. Okay, so after a little bit of finagling, we are actually just under that spout, or just over that spout there. So we're ready to start unloading into here. Now we've got automatic gates on this puppy, so I'll hop in the truck and get that start unloading. Okay, so we're starting to put some seed in there. Let's hop up top and see how it's looking. Okay, so we filled her up here. Now it looks like I made a bit of a mistake. I actually started emptying that front hopper before the back hopper. So it's going to be a little bit of a dicey ride home, but I guess I'll have to rearrange that when I get home. But in hopper number 2 here, I actually have FERT. So we gotta finagle a little bit more here, and then the FERT will go in these 2 front hatches. So we'll get this truck in the right spot, and then we'll start unloading. Okay, so you can see the front trailer here. I've got the fertilizer in the back there. We're pulled over top of it, so let's start getting that unloaded and into the tractor here. And you know what? I might even hop up here and do that in a bit of a time lapse. Okay, so there we go. We are right filled up with seed and FERT here, and we're ready to go for the day. So I will get the semi. There's still a lot of seed and FERT in the semi, so I will get the semi out of the way, and we'll start getting things unfolded and getting ready to go. Okay, so we got the semi parked up, actually just across the road on the field here. That's my field there too, so we'll be seeding that today or tomorrow. We'll see. It takes a while, but if I can remember correctly, it is this hydraulic. There we go. Now she's going to get unfolded, and we can start to get going. Now I got to figure out the GPS in this tractor, since this is the first year I'm going to use it. And then we can start thinking about getting going here. So once she's unfolded here, we'll get to the start of the field and we'll get going. So she's all unfolded now. We're at the start of the field. GPS is set. Now let's fire this thing on for the first time. Okay. So she's up to speed there. We'll drop her down with this hydraulic. Perfect. She's in the ground. Now let's just get... There we go. And we're seeding. Putting wheat into this field, so that's pretty exciting. Now, there we go. Passing that truck. GPS seems to be working perfectly. Well, would you look at that? So yeah, we're putting wheat in this field. The field where that truck is on, I think we're going to put canola in there. And I think it'll be barley in our 3rd field, which you have yet to see. So we have actually 3 fields to do this year. So we might be a little over machined, but we're thinking ahead, thinking for the future. But yeah, oh, and I didn't even tell you guys, oh, this is a steep field, isn't it? But this thing should have a bit of power for it, I think. But I actually got myself a drone online last night. It just shipped in this morning. Real quick, like 1-day shipping is what they called it. And it's a type of drone that'll follow you over top. So when I get into headland, or once I'm out of my headlands here, I'm going to actually have that drone follow above the machine and then just record from behind. I'm going to do a real sick looking time lapse there. And maybe even a bit more than that. But okay, we need to turn this corner here. Which is always fun. And then I think I got to reset my GPS for this line. 1 second. Okay, so our GPS is set again, and we're going here, just going to the west. Now east-west is how we're going to be doing this field, so once we're done our headland it won't be too difficult, but this is a pretty sweet view from in the cab of the tractor. I always like it. Now we got this whole this is at a 270 degree angle, then we got another 0 or 360 degree going that way, and then I got to do it around the yard myself. And then we can set our GPS for this line here, and I think we'll be gold until we get back. So I'll keep doing the headlands, and I'll catch up to you when we get around the yard. I think I'll even launch the drone for that part, and it'll follow us around there. Should do a really nice job, I think. Okay, so I have actually already got the drone in the air, so I'm doing a little voiceover of the video later. But this drone's in the air. You can see me facing the forward there. And I think this is pretty sweet footage from behind the tractor here. We'll just have this drone slowly fly around here. I think we'll, yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Coming around the tractor, coming lower. Look at that. That is sweet. That tractor just sounds sweet too. He's just gonna fly around here. And I think I'm just gonna have him sit in front of the tractor. Nice and, oh, he went up there. Nice and low. There we go. He's gonna come in a little bit here. Oh, perfect. Now that's quite the shot, eh? He's gonna come back around. Look at that. There you go. If you ever wanted a thumbnail for a video, there you got one. Perfect. Well, we'll keep going on this field, and I'll catch up with you when we're back at the yard. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, so we're gonna quit flying that drone for a bit here and see if we can't make a nice job of the stuff around the yard. It's never really easy to not hit trees, but that's what we're gonna try and do. Probably not hit the trees, not hit them. You know what I'm saying. We wouldn't want to be running into trees now. But this tractor has been pulling beautifully. I think I might do a little bit of a time lapse of just getting to the yard here, because that was pretty interesting looking footage from what I seen of it. But once we get going back and forth, we're just going to montage the whole way. And now that's going to be pretty sweet. Uh-oh, looks like we're a little bit stuck here. I'm going to have to go deal with this. Didn't think it was too muddy, but let's see what this is going to take to get out of here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We just had to jerk it back and forth a little bit, and then she was out of there. It was just a little bit mucky there, so the drill started dragging. But other than that, I mean, that's really nothing to do with the tractor. That's just me not being able to see that mud there. But you know what? We still seeded right on through it, so it's alright. So we gotta come around the backs of the bins here. Do a little turn here. Oh, it's a little mucky here. We're spinning. Oh boy. Well, let's see. Try once more. No, she's not moving. I might have to go do some digging for this one. So what I'm gathering is we kind of have to keep our distance from these trees, because right around these trees will have been where the snowbanks were, and it gets slick up here. Yeah, there we go. Pulled through. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to leave a couple feet from where the trees are, just so we don't get stuck coming through here, but that's what we'll have to do. And we're gonna have to give this Quonset a whole lot of room, because there'll have been a lot of snow that piled up near here, and we don't want to. I don't really want to have to bring out the 4640 to try to pull us out, because if we get stuck in the middle of the field and the 4640 can't pull us out, we're gonna have to call a neighbor, and I don't know any neighbors too well, so that wouldn't be the greatest first impression. Oh yeah, they'd go up to you and say, oh yeah, this is the idiot who got himself stuck first day of spring. Well, that is what it is. So we'll finish this headland, and then we'll start with the quote-unquote boring passes. Okay, so we're getting going here. We're on this first pass here, and just after the headland, looks like we're cutting it pretty nicely. Cutting it pretty close with on that side, but we should be good for seed and fert for a while. So I'll get that drone up in the air again, and we'll get a bit of a time lapse going with you guys up in the sky. first time lapse, well, first real time lapse, we got this field done. So that was a big job. We have 2 more to do, and the other 2 are not quite nearly as big. So we should get this thing folded up. And then what I think we'll do is we will take this back to the yard, park it where it usually sits for winter, just because that's the easiest spot to take it, and just leave it there for night. And then I think we might get the sprayer and do some pre-seed burn-off on one of the fields before we get there, because we didn't do it on this one, and I don't know if you noticed in the time-lapse, but we ran into quite a few weeds. So we're going to do that, and then next episode we'll do some seeding there about a week and a half later, so that glyphosate has time to work there. But let's start making our way back to the yard. So, while I was sitting here, like I said, I was looking on Kijiji, and I did find myself a 7.3, and it looks pretty sweet. He says it's in mint condition. He says never had an accident, never had any big issues. He says it's a nice built motor in it though, and it's not a dually. Okay, I was looking at 2. One was a dually and one wasn't, so I'm gonna decide between the 2, and they were both real good deals on them. So what we'll do before we go and look and get the sprayer out of the shed and start going is we're gonna pick up one of those 7.3s, probably the dually, and I also bought a flat deck. I called the guys here at the John Deere dealer in town. It's the only dealer here, so they're like an outlet for PJ trailers. And I got myself a PJ flat deck, and I had them put on a chemical tank. So we're gonna grab that 7.3 and pick up that flat deck right away, and then we'll be good to go for spraying this evening. We'll use it right away. So I'll let this cool off, and we'll shut her down, and we'll grab the truck and go do that. Okay, so I'm back in my office, and I just got off the phone with the dealer there where I had said that trailer was going to be. So they said, well, if you're picking up the trailer now, and it's easier for you, he said they can send one of their guys, 2 of their guys, go pick up the truck as well, and then they do the truck and trailer for no extra charge. So I said, that's because I was so quick to buy this 24-foot trailer with the field assistant. So, it's just sitting there. He says it's already hooked up, and I think I just need to buy a couple totes of chemical from him, which is probably why they were willing to pick it up, because that's not cheap stuff. Just a whole lot of glyphosate. So, we're gonna catch a ride into town there where that dealer is, and I'll catch up with you guys when I'm back there. Okay, so we're here at the John Deere dealer in town, and there's the truck right there. It's a nice jet black F350. I think it's a 95 or something like that. That new trailer behind it, now that just looks slick, eh? Now, we're not gonna spend too much time here just gawking at it. I'm gonna get it fired up here, get it warm, and then we're going to get those totes loaded up. They says they're right behind the shop. We'll have to load them up ourselves. And then we'll get back to the farm so we can get to spraying. So let's hear how this thing sounds. Oh yeah, she sounds pretty good. So let's get behind there, and we'll start loading totes up. Okay, so we're back behind that shop there with the truck. And he said, yeah, it'll just be a little forklift here. He says just load these up yourself, and then we'll be good to go. So we'll hop in this thing, and we'll start getting things loaded up. They've already nicely hooked it up to this one here, and we'll gingerly get it moved over to the truck. We don't want to lose one of these totes now. They're worth quite a bit of money. So these right here, these are just full of concentrate glyphosate, and we're going to put that on there, and that should do a nice job to get rid of the weeds, because the weeds were kind of they were getting pretty bad on that one field. So if we can get them dealt with before we get stuff in the ground, I think that'll work real nicely for us. What do do we think of this spot? Drop her down. This is not a very tender controlling machine. It's a little bit jerky, but drop her down. Well, let's just see. Oh, we're still attached. Okay, so I was just looking around. I don't think it's gonna fit too well on here, and it's not really great places to strap it down here. So what I think we're gonna do is use just jugs instead, and put them in the bed of the truck when we're spraying around. So that's what we'll do. We'll just load up with jugs at the farm instead of messing around with these, or not messing around, but dealing with these big totes, because I actually don't have a way to move them once we're back at the farm. So the guy came out and he told me, he asked if I did, and he said, I would just go with the little jugs. So that's what we'll do. So we'll get back to the farm then. Okay, so we're back at the farm now, and the truck is currently over there getting filled up with water behind us. But let's get this sprayer warmed up and out of here, and we'll get him out to the field. And then we can go over there with the truck. It's not that far, we'll probably just walk home. It's like a mile, and I could use the exercise. But we'll just walk home and grab the truck, fill it up there, and then we'll do a quick little time lapse of that. And then I think that might have to be it for today. We've gotten a lot done. That field, for me it's a big job. For you guys it's quick and speedy, but let's pull this guy open again. There we go. I'll hop in the sprayer, we'll start getting her warmed up. So the field we got to spray is just east of us a little ways here, and then we'll get the sprayer there, walk back home, and we'll start spraying there. Shouldn't take too long. We'll do I think we'll do another aerial time lapse. That'll look nice. So we'll pull her out of here and make our way over there. This will be our first test, see how the sprayer runs. We haven't sprayed with it at all. Pretty excited. We'll also see how that 7.3 hauls with a full trailer load. I've just hauled it with the load empty, but yeah, it's just across the road here. Like, oh, you know what? I don't even have to walk home. I'll just take the B train home. Well, that'll just be perfect. Yeah, we're spraying the field this B train is on, so we'll just pull in here. Then we'll pull around so we face the road so we can just get here nice and easy with our truck. And yeah, by the time we get back here, it'll be later in the evening, so I think we'll park this here for night and then take that truck home once we're done. So we've got all our logistics figured out. Okay, I will. Let's go hop in that suit. Okay, so I've already taken the liberty of letting her warm up here. So she's just gonna. Well, she's good to go. So we'll pull her home now, and then we gotta grab that sprayer tender, pull her up here, get that sprayer filled up, and then we'll spray out a tank, and then I think we'll call it a night, I think. Okay, well, we're back at the yard. I'm actually going to go inside for supper now, and I'll catch up with you once I've done that. Okay, well, it's just coming to be just before sunset, and I've just finished my, a bit of eating here, had some eating, a bit of editing, and now truck's already warm there, so we're going to run outside to it, and we're going to start filling up that sprayer. I want to get a tank sprayed out yet before we're done tonight. So let's get a move on. Yeah, like I said, it's just around the corner to the field, so I think we'll just leave the sprayer there for night. I'm not too worried about it getting taken or anything. Yeah, see, it's just right around the corner. That's nice. All our land is kind of right around the yard here. It works out really nicely for us. So let's get pulled up here nice, and we'll start filling the sprayer, mixing some chemical. I don't have a chem handler on this trailer, so I'm gonna have to mix it up top. But this that sprayer at least has an agitator, so it won't be too much of a struggle. I think there we go. We should be good there. Let's see. Okay, so as it turns out, you actually have to fill this thing from the side one if you want to use the top load agitation feature. So let's get this motor going and start filling her up with water. Yeah, you can hear it starting to fill up now. Let's see if we can't see on the side gauge here. Oh yeah, it's going up slowly but surely. This sprayer does a really nice job. It's kind of hard to see probably with the video, but we can see where it's at here. And okay, I'll check back with you in a minute when this thing's full. Okay, so it looks like our sprayer is right full. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch this drone here for a bit of an evening shot here, and you'll follow behind me, and we'll just spray till we run out of chemical, and then we'll take this truck and trailer home, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so let's see if we can't figure out how to get this thing unfolded. I think there we go. Pretty simple with these newer machines. Okay, I'll get the drone up in the air and we'll start spraying here. Terrible long, and you know what? Just ran out of chemical just at the end here, so it's perfect amount in there. So we'll get her folded up here, park it at the head of the field, get in that truck, and then I think we'll just go home and have a little nap, because we've had a long, hard day of work. We seeded that one big field, and a bit of spraying. Oh, we've got a lot done. So I'm pretty happy with the amount we've got done, actually. You know, we didn't have a slow day, that's for sure. First day working in the field on this farm. You see all these valleys here. Now the reason we call this farm Frozen Valley Acres is if you actually come here in the winter, which I'll show you this winter when we get around to it, what this valley looks like. It's just white. It's just a big frozen valley. So I figured, you know what? I'll keep it in theme, Frozen Valley Acres. And I really like that name. It comes off the tongue. Not Elk Mountain Ridge or whatever the old name of this farm was. I don't like that near as much. But I'll let this sprayer cool off a little bit, and we'll hop in the truck. Okay, we're back in the truck now. I kind of like the interior of this truck. You know, he swapped out the old green dash lights that would be there. He's just taken all the green light. Actually, you know what? With these things, what you have to do, I've done this before. With these old Ford dashes, is you can't just take the gauges out and then put like white LEDs behind them like you would think. They actually have a slightly see-through green film that you actually you go out behind there with a knife or sandpaper, and you have to scrape for hours and hours. I did it on my old F-150, and it was a long process, and I had a similar screen in it, pretty much the same one actually. So I really appreciate this build. I don't know, we're not going to be selling this truck anytime soon, but with all that rambling out of the way, we'll turn around, get her home, and yeah, I like this truck though. He's got LED headlights, the built motor. Like, he's done a lot to this truck, and I got a pretty good deal on it, and this will be a pretty nice work truck for us. I mean, like, just hauling water basically is what we'll be doing with this thing for now, and probably the fuel trailer in harvest time. But it'll do a nice job with that, I'm pretty sure. So we'll park her up here, and I'll catch up with you back in my living room like we always do. Okay, well, we did get a lot done today. I'm pretty happy with what we got done. I'm a real big fan of that new truck we picked up. It's pretty sweet. I'm happy. Oh, we got this whole home quarter. We got that all seeded with wheat, with durum wheat. So that should do well for us. I'm pretty sure. There was a bit of a cover crop here, so I expect it'll be a lot of nutrients in the soil. So we should get a good yield off of that. That's what I'm hoping for. But you never know. And that spraying we got done, that'll be perfect. We shouldn't have to deal with weeds on there as much this year. But yeah, thank you so much for watching if you did. We'll probably have a next episode sometime. And you have yourself a wonderful evening.